Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. In this one we're going to be reviewing episode 7 of The Rings of Power called The Eye. Should we just jump straight into the review of what happened in this episode?
Yeah, let's go for it, yeah.
Okay, so it starts off with what happened in the, wherever the last episode ended, which is Mount Doom is created and Galadriel standing on the spot like a lemming.
Yeah.
But in this one, she wakes up because she obviously let that avalanche cloud sort of knock her out. She wakes up. The town is completely demolished. The useless guy from the first from the group of friends of Isildur and the other guy, I can't remember, but the one who couldn't fight is the one who dies in this
You
one.
mean the one that the one that had fought too many wars, even though this is his first one? He's like, I'm retiring.
I need to go and rebuild. Happens to be crushed by a cart, or at least it seemed like he was crushed by a cart. It then moves on to the Harfoots, who come across a damaged landscape from all the ash and the rock from the creation of Mount Doom, and there's a tree that's sort of dead or dying, and fake Gandalf goes to repair it, essentially.
Nice.
Fake Gandalf goes to repair it, and
breaks it even more.
it's weird because the tree looks like it's about to shake, and two of the Harfoot children decide, I'm going to get as close as possible to
I know. Do you know what?
Tree possibly falling to us. It's like, why are they letting the kids just stay back? You don't need to. Or why aren't the parents saying stay back? But anyway, the tree breaks. It almost hits the kids, and it gets misconstrued as fake Gandalf is really harmful. They're all scared of him, essentially. It then moves on to the Elrond and Durin portion of the show, where Elrond proposes a deal with King Durin, which is help us or mine the mithril for us. And what was it asking for in return, or saying he'll give in return?
So they'll basically furnish the kingdom, so they'll give him game, grain, I think for like 5 centuries or something like that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I actually really like their storyline, even though it's not how it is in the books. But I like actually how their storyline is progressing.
Essentially, he says his proposal, and then he leaves, and then King Durin and Prince Durin have a conversation, whereas the king is basically like, nah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
can't happen.
It was basically like he gave his proposal, walked out, and was like, "No, computer says no."
Yeah,
no, not doing it. Yeah.
No, it was that Nate from Family Guy. No. And he does give Prince Durin a reason. He's like, look, if it's their fate to die, then it's their fate. It was decided ages ago, and the mine's already sort of like on its legs.
It's unstable,
it's unstable, and I don't want to cause the death of more dwarfs. I kind of saw that side of it. Back at Prince Durin's place, they've put the mithril on, they've got the leaf. Elrond leaves. He's like, okay, fine. And you see the mithril curing the leaf poison or virus or the whatever
the cancerous part of the leaf.
Anyway, we go back to the Galadriel part of the show, and she's stuck with Theo walking to go and find the camp, basically, where everyone is. She gives him a sword. He has no he's basically a villager. She's giving him a sword. And what's he going to do with it? It's just a weird... It's such a weird thing. Why is everyone giving this kid harmful objects to hold? First is the hilt. Next is a sword. He can't handle any of it. Why are they giving this stuff to him?
I think she gave it. I mean, I don't know what the hell, but I think she gave it to him to be like, give him some sort of hope that, look, we will train you up. No.
No. She didn't say that at all. She didn't say we're going to train you up. She called him soldier, and but he's a kid. There's no training involved. It's just, here, have this sword. Now you're a protector. Protect your village. I was like, that's the last person you want to give a sword to.
To be fair, he did nearly mess it up, but we'll come on to that in a minute.
Yeah. We then go on to the Númenóreans and the Queen, and we find out that the Queen has been blinded, but she tells Elendil to keep it quiet. You love messing that name up.
I love it.
We then go to the Harfoots and fake Gandalf, and he decides he's going to leave. Takes a little apple from Nori.
Do you know what? I keep saying this, but like Gandalf, not Gandalf. It's just like George and the Hendersons. It's like having Harry around. Like,
it's just true.
It's like he doesn't talk, but he expresses himself through his eyes or his facial expression, and it's like, when are you? Yeah, when are you gonna talk? When are you gonna say something?
He's Chewbacca. Like, he's the Chewbacca of the
I don't
entire.
know what he is.
No, but that little portion of where she gives the apple takes it just leads you to believe that they've left definitively friends, and they're not actually scared of him, but let him go off on his journey, which is fair enough. Goes back to Galadriel and Theo, and they spend a few minutes just playing the blame game, except it's not the normal blame game. In the normal blame game, I blame you and you blame me. In this blame game, they kept on wanting to claim the blame for themselves. It's like, what are you doing? It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault.
The funny part of all of that is not the blame game, but it's like she's basically giving him advice to be like, you can clear yourself of this burden. Yeah. And he asks her how, and she's just like, I don't know yet. And it's like, why are you giving advice then? Just keep your mouth shut and just. We do. To be fair, we don't actually. Interestingly, I think this is the first episode we don't see feisty Galadriel. We just see
cool, calm, and collected. You know what? It feels like
scary.
Defeated. It feels like defeated Galadriel. Like she's no longer all rage. She's just like, oh god, I better keep my mouth shut. It's just I don't want to cause any. Yeah, I don't want to cause any more trouble, Galadriel. It then goes back to Durin, who is illegally mining, let's just say, because obviously he goes against his father's wishes and goes down to the mine.
Can I just say there's a key point here? Yeah, is he respects his father to the point where he's like, I can't even with the leaf changing or whatever. His wife basically, if in the grand scheme of things, she's the one that unlocks the Balrog upon us, because she was like, just do it, it's for us, just dig, just carry on digging. And it's like,
no one's gonna say anything.
First of all, you're a made-up character, and actually I didn't mind her character.
She did say she was like, "Oh, yeah, it's your kingdom anyway. You should just do it. If you think it's the right thing to do, you should do it."
Yeah.
Fair enough. He did sort of get a little nudge from her. A lovely moment between them two, between Elrond and Prince Durin, and the whilst he's digging and he's just sitting there doing bugger all. But he's
the water boy.
Yeah, he's the water boy. They get caught, and Elrond gets kicked out.
Yeah.
And then we have a conversation between King Durin and Prince Durin.
That conversation didn't go the way I thought it would in the beginning, because he's sitting there explaining to Durin, that Prince Durin, that I thought it'd be a scene where he's just shouting at him in the beginning, but he's actually telling him a story about his birth and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then he shouts at him. It's
essentially, he just basically tells Prince Durin that I can't believe you can't believe you've done this. He has that plate on him which essentially says he's the heir to the kingdom, and he tells him to take off the plate, essentially telling him that you are no longer heir. Then we go back to the Harfoot, who wake up and they have a bountiful crop all of a sudden, and a very important part happens. We see the strangers catch up, and through some sort of confrontation, they decide to burn the camp. They decided to burn everything. You know what? I didn't actually realize, or I don't know if I didn't observe it correctly, but were there people in those caravans? Or did they just burn everything, but they didn't kill anyone?
Yeah, they just.
So it's like, hang on, they're just murdering everyone.
Yeah. I don't think they killed anyone. I think most of the people had come out by that point of their little caravan. I mean, there is a bit like, I mean, I'll watch it with subtitles, and it does say screaming. So there's obviously people around are screaming.
That's like, okay, not... who's screaming? Who's screaming? Who's in there screaming? Yeah.
We still don't know who they are. They don't...
There was a portion of that where I started focusing on the strangers themselves, and I noticed that one of them, the main one, has a staff.
Yeah.
That looks very, very similar to the Eye of Sauron. Like, it's a staff, and it literally is like that, and it's got like an eye in it, like that. So it looked exactly like the Eye of Sauron on that tower. I was like,
I did not.
That's a little bit of a. It might be. I might be like grasping at straws, but yeah, that's what it looked like. So I was like, are you Sauron? Someone else? But yeah. So anyway, we move on from that, and we go back to the camp of the survivors. Bronwyn and Arondir have survived.
I genuinely thought Arondir was dead, and I was like, yay. Like, waving the flag, I was like, yeah. Bronwyn, I wasn't too worried if she's dead or not, but Arondir after the last episode was just like, you need to die. Like, you just or just go to the forbidden the lands on the other side of the sea.
We see that Halbrand's also alive. He took a massive wound, but he's alive. The Queen Regent decides she's going to leave and come back with a bigger army, I'm assuming.
5 boats.
Yeah, makes a promise. Let's see if they actually come back with 5 boats. It's supposed to hold how many was it again?
It's 100 each boat.
Yeah.
But it's weird because they went from like apparently having 300 soldiers. I think obviously through the volcano erupting, I think it's like 20 in each now.
Yeah, it's a weird one. And the Queen leaves. I can't remember if Galadriel decides to leave with them.
Her and Halbrand go to fix him up, basically.
Okay.
To heal him.
Okay, yeah, that's it. With Elvish medicine. But before she leaves, she decides to leave the sword behind and gives it to Theo. Because that's always a good idea.
Yeah, that is such a stupid thing. Because as they're riding off, he's sticking it up in the air like, you forgot something. You forgot something.
You could literally give it to anyone else who's taller and stronger and has previously fought. But anyway, we move on from that, and we get shown the mine, and it then zooms all the way down to the bottom, or pans all the way down to the bottom, and we see a very, very famous what?
It's King Durin chucks the leaf that's been cured.
Yeah.
He chucks it down.
It burns up as it hits the surface, and we see a very famous character, and that is the Balrog. Yeah. The final scene of the show is Adar and the orcs. Adar's sitting there victorious, and they ask him about the land, and we get to see that the land is now called Mordor, which we all famously know, and that's that's where the episode ends. All in all, pros and cons.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Go on.
If you're 7 episodes in and you still don't believe Halbrand is Sauron, you're living in a dream world.
I don't believe
because he's king. He is 100%.
I thought the stranger with the eye and the staff could be Sauron. I think those are just 3. Fake Gandalf could be Sauron.
Nah, those are just 3 crazy warrior nuns. So okay, here's an interesting avenue that I thought before they decided to burn all the caravans. I thought maybe they might be looking for Gandalf to train him so he can home in his powers. There was a split second when I thought that would be because I don't know who the hell they are, but it would be a really cool twist that they're actually trying to help him. kind of, but obviously then they go and burn the camp and
it's like, no, you can't be good guys anymore.
No.
Thank you for like letting us cross that out, that you are not good guys.
Also, we're treated to a new fellowship. The Half-Orcs decide to go on their own fucking adventure. It's just like, what are you doing?
It was like it's gonna be a new Frodo and Sam. No, it's gonna be Merry and Pippin coming as well. No, it's an entire fellowship. There's like 8 or 9 of them going. Okay.
It is quite funny because it's like they're literally like, I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go. Obviously, Frodo and female Frodo and Sam, they're like, obviously they're gonna go. Why would they not?
Yeah.
But it's like, I love how they only made that decision once everything's just burnt down, and it's just like, okay, maybe now we leave the path and look for this, And I get it. They want to help him and stuff, and that's why I genuinely think that is Gandalf, because they probably somehow save him, and I don't know, but that's probably why he likes Half-Orcs. But pros and cons. I'll let you start with the pros.
Okay, well, obviously one pro, one con. The pro, you've already mentioned it, but I'll double up on it. I always like the Elrond and Durin portions of the show, because it's just great banter between both of them. They're either taking a mick out of each other, or they're saying some sort of deep thought towards each other.
That is my pro as well, because I think out of all the characters, they are the most. You can relate to them. They're genuinely friends. They're genuinely trying to help each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the story's been altered.
It's the wholesome. It's the wholesome portion, because they're generally trying to help each other. I agree with that part.
Yeah. They genuinely, and I find that storyline more interesting.
Yeah.
The.
I didn't have a con, by the way. I actually struggled to find one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
I'm done with the stupid decisions that some characters make. We've already gone on about how.
No. Yeah, I agree with you. I think I would. Cons. The con is that the first half of this episode was really good. Did you just
say that's the con?
No. I said the first half of this episode was really good. The con element of it is that it didn't. There was a lot of who's dead. Let's go look for them. Are they over here? Are they over there? And it's like it's not a major con. It's like you said, it's not a major con. But it's like you could have just. There are some other golden Easter eggs in this.
Go on.
And so. We haven't seen Celebrimbor in a long time. Like he's not.
Was he not in this episode?
He wasn't in this episode.
No. But he's busy. He's building stuff, isn't it?
Well, one would hope. But the other one is Galadriel's husband, Celeborn, I think it is. Celeborn or something like that. Yeah. She talks about him.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like.
Is he? Sorry to interrupt you there. Is he the person you were saying in the lore is actually the main character of the books? Or have I got that wrong?
The main character is. It's not. It's not that. Basically, Galadriel is the one that goes. She runs away with the child. She runs away basically to. She goes into hiding because her husband's out fighting in the war and stuff like that.
Oh, okay,
so it's. She tries to preserve life but obviously they made her the main character in this one, which is it's fine. But I reckon they're going to bring it back.
You reckon?
I reckon they'll probably bring it back, because it's like it wasn't like, oh, he's dead, he just never came home. I don't know, maybe he's had too many plans.
I don't think you had much of a con. I'll be honest, I don't think you had much of a con here.
I don't.
It was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
They moved everything at a good pace. Each storyline moved at a good pace. The Galadriel and that portion had to get to the camp, and then they had to move from there to there. That was fine. During, we got to know what the decision was there, and we got to see the Balrog and the Half-Orcs. He gets to leave. Their fellowship is formed. They're leaving, and the strangers are after him as well. So that we get to see.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the final build-up.
If you had to really nitpick, because I've gone past the lore stuff now. I'm just watching it for what it is.
Yeah.
If you really have to nitpick, then I would say the only con is we still don't know who those 3 nuns are. The warrior nuns, I'm going to call them. I don't know who they are. And it's like...
Is there some version of... Do you know, like, the Fates?
I don't know. No, I don't know who they are.
You know the Fates are in mythology and fiction. Like the 3 sisters. One is old, one is middle-aged, and one is young, and they all can predict. Like they're like oracles. I don't know if this lore has something like that, but yeah.
Nah, I just don't know the articles.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm labeling them 3 warrior nuns. But that's me saying that is the only. If I had to nitpick, it's the only con. I genuinely thought it was actually a good episode. Yeah. I like the way it started. I like the way it ended. I mean, we knew that was Mordor all along. I said it a couple of episodes ago, but I just thought it was a good episode.
It's just about who Sauron is. Is it Halbrand? Is it Halbrand? Is it Adar? Is it fake Gandalf? Or is it the leader of the warrior nuns?
It's definitely not. It's. I genuinely believe it's Halbrand.
All right, let's find out. It's the penultimate episode, and let's see what happens in the episode coming up. But let us know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of this episode? Other than that, please like, share, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.